Hey gamers, Steely here, and today we're going to talk about the run energy changes. Old School RuneScape has finally released the run energy changes for the main game. So what does this mean for you? After running these changes in beta testing, it appears that they have now become live. So today I'm going to walk you through what this means for your characters and whether or not you should be worried about these changes. The short answer to this is no. This change is more so focused around making the early game grind feel less brutal. I don't know if you remember what it was like as an early game Scaper, but being able to run for about 30 seconds and then having a 12-minute recharge to get back to 100% run energy can feel pretty brutal. Especially for Iron Men who may not be able to abuse stamina potions early on. The lack of early game run ability can be a big problem for early gamers, so while the intention of the update might seem like a big deal, it actually is pretty minor overall for all the existing Scapers. So what exactly did they do? The first thing is they considerably improved energy regeneration at lower agility levels while leaving it unchanged at level 99. This means that early gamers will be able to have their run energy restore at faster rates, meaning no more 12-minute timers to replan your run energy back to 100%. Let's take a quick look at a visual representation to help you see what I'm on about. As you can see from the graph, the changes do not affect late game agility levels, so if you have 99 agility, you can essentially disregard this as it won't affect you. It does, however, appear to make a massive difference to the early game Scapers, which will be huge for any new accounts. The next thing that they've changed is energy drain. Energy now drains more slowly in all scenarios, at every weight and agility level. This becomes more significant as agility level and weight increases. This simply means that all gamers will be able to run longer before getting to 0. As a result, it would appear to largely increase the overall run distance of everybody, which means you can cover more ground before needing to walk and let the energy restore. Basically, as your agility level and your weight goes up, you'll be able to run even farther than you are used to, but again, if you are a late game player, you will probably not really notice the difference. If you take a look at these two graphs, the dotted lines were the previous energy loss per tick. The first graph is the energy drain rate versus agility. As you can see, the dotted lines are mostly flat, which means you always lost the same amount of energy per tick when running, regardless of your agility level. The new changes mean that you can essentially run farther in every scenario. They have decreased the overall energy loss per tick and improved the agility level effect on weight. This change has essentially improved the metrics all around for higher agility levels, which means as you level agility, you will lose less energy per tick and run farther when heavier, which makes leveling the skill actually more valuable. To sum everything up, the goals were to improve the experience for new players and make leveling agility feel impactful. The question is, have they achieved these goals? It is too early to say, but from looking at these charts and analyzing the data, I would say yes. Should you be worried about the run energy changes? Not at all. These changes appear to only improve the game for all players. If you're a late gamer with a high agility level, you probably won't even notice a huge difference. However, if you're an early gamer or new to Old School RuneScape, these changes might be the difference between you choosing to stay and experience all that RuneScape has to offer. The last thing I wanted to touch on really quickly is Graceful. I know in the original proposed changes they had mentioned making changes to the Graceful outfit, but as far as I can see, these changes have not yet been implemented, so if you're wondering about that, we'll just have to wait and see if it pops up again in the future. And that's everything you need to know about the new updates to Run Energy. Like I said earlier in the video, it largely will not affect most accounts. You may notice a slight difference, but the biggest place it's going to make a difference is for the early game Scapers, and I honestly think these changes have only improved the game overall. As always, I appreciate you taking the time to watch my content, and if you want to check out some of my other stuff, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and good luck, gamers.